microphone check 1, 2, 1, 2.
My style is impetuous, my defense is impregnable, and I'm just ferocious. I want your heart, I want to eat your children.
I'm supposed to be a franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello?
The Off the Strip Sports Podcast.
You. Oh, damn. Of course you ain't on mute. Of course you're on mute.
Yeah. Look, I thought you was muting me again. I was trying to,
You. I was like, yo, unmute. He's like, well, you can't unmute your guest because he muted himself. I was like, oh, damn. Now I can't control.
I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna press it because y'all were gonna talk about
me. Yo, what's going on, my guy?
Man, I'm all right. I'm okay. I've been moving.
You've been on the move, man. We'll get into it, y'all. Yo, welcome to the Off the Strip Sports Podcast. Futch has been moving. Strippers, what's up? Another week, another week of black businesses near you. So we're excited. Fourth quarter. Excited to finish that off. We got two noble young men pulling up today, so I'm super excited to have them. Actually friends of both of ours. Like, well, one of our guests is, a longtime friend of Futch, and one of our other guests is a longtime friend of myself. So we're super excited to bring them on the show and get started, man. But first and foremost, you've been on the move, bro. How you been?
Yeah, I had to go to my brother's baby shower. It was like a big reunion. You know what I mean? So I ain't getting no sleep.
You look like you about to cash out as soon as we done.
Soon we log off. But look, I'm here though.
We get into cool. Let's see. I mean, just work. I had some working to do. I hooped last Monday. I ain't even bring it up last Sunday, but the day after, got my first time hooping since February-ish. I want to say like late January. Finally got out on the basketball court. It was cool, man. I thought it was gonna be a little crazier than what it was, being that I haven't been out there. And like, only real cardio I've really been doing is just bike riding, and if I get out there with the kids and run around a little bit, but just I haven't been able to get out there. So, and on top of that, I had a mask on the whole time. So I was like, I don't know what's next. But we hooped. We ran the court. We didn't get off. We lost the last game.
Okay,
we lost the last game when it was time. When we had one foot out the door. We was like, I can have that. We lost on some. It was some BS too. Game was 13. I think it was like it was 11 up, man. It was some like a wild turn. It was just a wild way to like you know what? I'm going home, man. Like, I don't even want to argue that. Like, whatever, yo. Like, I'm going home. It is what it is, bro. Like, I just So I got to do that. So that was the great way to start the week, man. Great self-care right there. I felt like shit the next day though, bro. Like, fam, to not hoop since February and then get out there, like, felt like I was in a rubber band for the next 2 days, bro. Just like I couldn't, like, my arms was like, it was just crazy. But
you getting old, man.
Bro, I gotta be, man. But yeah, super excited to Melissa, what's going on? Melissa just pulled up. We in here. Strippers, what's up? Talk to us. Let us know you're here. Say what's up when you walk in the house.
What's up, Mel?
I know your mother taught y'all some better, man. Yeah, Mel. What did Mel do?
She had a kayak or something, went to the water, took a whole day off. I was like, but you was off. That's a vibe.
I feel like Mel stay with a self-care day. If nobody don't take care of themselves, Mel be taking care of Mel.
Mel gonna take care of herself.
Mel gonna take care of Mel.
Stressing though, do you? She always be because she do that self-care.
Cool. Yeah, her and Suge always straight, yo. Shout out to Suge dog, man. But yeah, man, my week was cool. Got the hoop, did some she said it was actually a paddle board.
Same
shit. But yeah, got the hoop. What else did I get into this week, man?
How the kids?
Kids cool. Kids cool. They're actually going back to daycare next week, man. Like they like Callie just wild. Like she belong in a facility. Put it like that.
You put it in something.
Callie belong in something, man. So
they gonna go to daycare, and Joe still gonna be in school. He's gonna do school at daycare.
Yeah, school at daycare. So they're gonna have like desks set up for them to go, and they'll have like it blocked off because like the kid next to him will probably be in a different school. So it's not like they getting the same instruction from the same teacher or whatever.
So he got to do it independently. Like, can he do that?
Yeah, like he's still gonna need some help, like with certain like technical stuff, like on a computer. Well, he'll be able to like just raise his hand and the teacher will come and help him. But for the most part, like he'll literally do his own work, and go to hit the necessary links he got to hit or whatever the case may be. He usually be tapped in. It'll be straight. And then I hit a bike ride. Did hit 13 miles this week, so that was smooth.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was cool. Today I actually went up to I had to work the Washington football team and who they played today? Oh, they played your boys today. They played the Cowboys today. Yo, them ain't your boys today, huh? Them ain't your boys today. But
they got hurt again.
Yeah, I pulled up to that game. Yeah, Andy Dalton got popped. Yeah, that was crazy. Pulled up to that game just to see what it was like, with I guess a professional game during COVID and see, just see how things were done different. And obviously they not in a bubble. So, just to be in that environment, they had, I think, like 350 people allowed in the game today. It was like friends and family day. So that was cool to be a part of that and see, regular football, I guess. But I left like halfway through it because we saw the score. So it was a
blowout. You want to feel like where you at with it?
I had access to it, but I didn't touch down there too much. But I handled the retail side of it. So like I was pretty much in the store for the most part, just making sure everybody had a mask on, that sort of thing, man. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, that was cool. I mean, as far as COVID and games are concerned, there's really nothing different that they were doing. I mean, they had the temperature checks and they had to scan. I had to answer some questions when I came in there, but and then they obviously had guests like all over. Like they had like a certain section blocked off, but they were obviously spread around in that one section.
I got you
for social distance. So that was smooth.
Could they buy like food and drinks and all that?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was friends and family day, so actually everything was free. Like I walked in there, tried to grab some Gatorade, and I saw $6, and I'm like, I'm thirsty. It is what it is. So she handed me the Gatorade. I go like, hit my watch, getting ready to pay, and she's like, "How much I owe you?" She's like, "Oh no, everything's free today." And I was like,
"You told me that. I thought like to get in was free, everything."
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it was free to get in, but it was you had to have a connect. Like you had to have somebody working for the football team, or in that regard. Like you couldn't just hit a website and sign up for a ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to get invited or referred. Somebody else just scored again against the Chiefs game,
yeah.
but yeah, nah. But inside, like food and drinks and everything except beer, everything was free. So that was definitely a vibe.
Oh,
that was
yeah, that'd have been all right. Nacho. Yeah. Get the stuff you don't normally get. Let me get a nacho. Let me get a glizzy. I don't even eat hot dogs, but put one on. Let me get popcorn. You want some?
Right. Everybody was eating out there, man. It was definitely a good. It was cold though. Weather was crazy. Weather was trash because like yesterday was like in the 70s, and then today I woke up. I got smacked in like some 50-degree weather. I'm like, this is wild, bro.
You got smacked soon as you went outside.
I was like, yeah, let me go grab. I gotta go throw a hoodie on over this one. So, but yeah, we did that, man. But yeah, nah, cool week. Ready to get into the next one. Ready to get this show started. Get this party on the road. This potty. Ready to get this potty on the road.
Oh, I see what you did there. You with it?
Yeah, man. But let's get into it, yo. Let's try to make some sense of some stuff and
let's do it.
Get this show rocking, yo. Make it make sense, please. All right, man. First up. Antonio Brown to the Bucks, yo. Antonio Brown just finished his suspension, and now he got signed by the Bucks the same day. Looked like a 1-year deal. First question I asked everybody was like, well, yeah, is he going to make it through the season? What you think?
Let's make it make sense. Tampa Bay got Tom Brady for a year, I believe. Get a 1-year contract. So Tampa Bay is on this wave of we got to do it this year. Because then they got to go back to the drawing board and build and get a quarterback and like do that. They got Mike Evans at QB. They got some players on defense that can make some stops and they put no points. Why not sign AB for a year? Like you got to make a certain push to go to the ship. AB for a year, not bad. If he don't make it through, all right. But like to not sign him, I feel like would have been the part we needed to make sense.
Crazy. Yeah,
because they signed him, it was like this is it. Like they got to do everything right now because the next couple of years it ain't gonna be Tampa Bay.
Yeah. If you're thinking about Tom, you're thinking about like everything that they brought in to make this push between Tom, Gronk, Fournette, and now AB. Yeah, like it makes sense, It's just crazy how it went to him. Like I feel like I was hearing things about him in Seattle too, which also would have been crazy.
That'd have been wild.
Yeah, that would have been a wild lineup because Seattle already booming. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have been like, go Seattle.
Go Seattle.
Yeah, Mel like that. I'd be like, yeah, Seattle. I'm from Seattle. Yeah, Seattle, my team.
Yeah. Right. Let's go Hawks, baby. 13th man up. Like we live, baby. All that good stuff. But it definitely makes sense. Like it's now or never. Given that, Tom, you don't know what's gonna happen with Tom as far as his future. But he keeps telling like, nah, I'm cool. I can keep playing. All right, we'll see.
Yeah, he needs somebody to be like, all right, come over here and do it. But the thing is, he do well in Tampa Bay. And he's like, I can keep playing. They may sign him to like a year or two, like more. But he gotta do something that's so next level to stay with Tampa.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to figure it out.
Like they'll make the playoffs if they. Yeah, I mean, it's like, all right, it was cool.
Listen, like you would have got called out. You started repping them Hawks, boy. Like,
I had to pay her a couple weeks ago because they beat the Cowboys.
Hey, we're gonna finally finalize a bet between the two of the trashiest teams in the NFL. We're gonna figure something out, man. And whether I still gotta wear that jersey or what, but
you still do. That's from like 2 years ago. So you strippers out there, we made a bet, Cowboys and New York Giants. I don't know what the bet was, but the Cowboys won. So he has to wear a Cowboys shirt, jersey, something, and it was 2 years ago. It was like the last time we was
they don't have any in stock, bro. I can't find any. Like that's the thing. Like,
you are the plug.
It's crazy. Like as soon as I lose the bet, they just happen to just run out of Cowboys gear. Like I can't get nothing. Like I just gotta wait till that come back. I guess I don't know.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
We'll just do it like that. But
hey, the backup quarterback just ran the touchdown in for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I just peeped that, man. I needed him to throw that to Tyreek Hill though. Like I don't really care about all this. It's like nah. Fantasy it up, man. But
what's up, Mo?
What's up, Mo? What's going on? Welcome to the show. Yo, speaking of NFC East, bro, like it just happened last week. Like we so trash, but I had to find some silver lining in it. Like between the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Giants, and the Washington football team, all trash. But trash. I had to thank them last week because I think it was the Giants and the Eagles. I took the Giants to I think it was like +5 and the under was like 44. They ended up hitting 43. Giants still lost. I think it was like 21-22.
21-22.
21. I don't know how that score come about. But I ended up winning the bet. So I had to thank the shitty NFC East for lunch last week. That's pretty much what I was trying to say. So shout out to the NFC East for taking care of my lunch last couple of days, man. Really appreciate that.
We're going to ignore Mel. We're going to ignore Mel comment.
Like all of a sudden, the Seahawks got a winner. They got a nice little season.
They win a couple games.
They win a couple games, and now it's like, all right, Seahawks over everything. Like, all right, you can say that for now. We'll see. But I'm rooting for Russ though. Russ balling. So I'm rooting for Russ. I'm rooting for Metcalf. So I'm rooting for everybody black. So, but yeah. What else we got next? So Jordan had made this statement. I'm curious to see how you feel about it, being that we both social media guys. So social media today versus our school days. So, he was saying that like the level of privacy or lack thereof, when it comes to certain celebrities and athletes, due to social media. And I guess being that, we're where we are now, like Instagram and Twitter and all that wasn't around when we was at Hampton and when we was at Denby. It was on a come up, but it wasn't like what it is now. You know what I'm saying?
Facebook, but
it wasn't nothing crazy. So like I'm thinking like how like what do you see things differently if we had that back then? And can you relate to like when people say that like yo, it's a different age because of social media?
I hate it. I told you. I dislike it. I use it, but I don't like the lack thereof. I don't like how people can hide behind social media and be this person that they want to be or the person that they're not. Like this even was like a conversation in a group chat. It was like topic of discussion of how we used to go out to the bar, get a drink, and then you meet somebody and y'all become friends. If it's a dude or a shorty, y'all having drinks, it's like a vibe. It's real. Like that's authentic. And then that friendship goes on. Now we meet people on social media and be like, that's the homie. Never even met him in real life. Don't even know who it is. Like, so when I say I don't like it, I don't like that aspect of it. But of course, social media, it could be a tool and a curse. Like you use it for good and you use it for bad. But if this social media was there when we were younger, it would have been the same. But we just would have been like how we like the young, like people younger than us are dumb. We just would have been the dumb ones. But it just would have advanced, and all that. So when we got to this part, it's like, oh, we done did that times two, youngin. But it would have been something else. Whatever next in technology gonna be, it's gonna get worse. Like we're never gonna go back to like, oh, no cell phones or no social media. So if we had it then, it would have been the same thing. Imagine Scotty with an Instagram, a Snapchat.
Right. Scotty Pippen with an Instagram is crazy.
J.R. Smith Instagram crazy. Like it would have been the same thing. It just would have been then, and then we've been advanced now. So just the way we're developing, and it's developing during this era. Now we looking like, oh, y'all so dumb. We done did that, second, third. It's just we wasn't exposed to it. They're exposed to it, so they're using it. And like I said, it can be too. These young athletes or whatever, they're using it for good too. You got their highlight tape on. You can see somebody. Yeah. I was watching. What's his name? The number one draft pick in the NBA.
Melo?
No, Melo. With the Pelicans, young boy.
Oh, Zion.
I was watching him since he was in 9th grade.
I thought you were talking about coming up. My bad.
Didn't even know the kid.
Didn't know the kid, but you've seen it all because of social media.
Social media. I'm like, this kid is great. But I mean, it could be used in good in that aspect.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like it's two sides to the coin, and like you said, there is good to it where like things is getting out there that needs to get out there faster than waiting until the news at 5 o'clock at night. Like there's certain shit that thank you for social media, but then like Mike was saying, or like we all say, like the level of privacy. Like I had a homie, it's crazy because I was randomly thinking about him like last week. I was like, damn, I ain't seen him on Instagram in a while. I ain't because like Instagram says so much, or social media says so much, like, yo, I'm alive, yo, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like you check off certain things like without even realizing, like, damn, I just like I kind of talk to you, like I seen you post, cool, I know you alive, sort of thing. But I haven't seen him or talked to him in a while. And like I meant to text him multiple times, and he finally hit me. I was like, yo, I was just thinking about you. And like he was like, man, I had to get off social media because it was just absolutely too much. And my thing was like, yo, if it wasn't for the pod, like I probably wouldn't be on as much either. But like the success of social media when it comes to like the podcast, or like when it comes to getting things out there, social media has its way to make to work for you. But outside of that, like I don't like it could be in a way to the point where it changes your way of thinking. It's just, but I'm going off topic. As far as the privacy thing, like I get it. Yeah, it's definitely a breach of it depending on how you use it and what your platform is and what you're doing. But yeah, it can definitely it messes up the privacy game for sure. And I think that go ahead.
And also we use it, not we, but it's being used in so like stupidly. Did you see the Drewski skit? You know who Drewski is?
Yeah, man. Yo, Drewski, wow, bro.
Drewski, he said that the cops be like watching people's social media and like just having it up. And it made sense because I don't know what the young kid name was, but he just got arrested because he did all that COVID scamming. And he made a song.
Yeah. Like, we was talking about it last week. Yeah.
What are you doing? And then also people being mused. Like Drewski said, it was like, oh, I got the strap. So-and-so killed him, gave me the strap. I got it in my crib. But it was like, it's going to be the easiest joint ever. Like, not we. It is used so stupidly for these reasons. And like, I mean, it happens for a reason. Like we developed technology because it's useful or whatever, whoever made it, and it's going to just get worse or get better or both.
For sure. No, I definitely feel you on that, man. But yeah, people, you got people that's not being smart with this social media game, and then it's like one of those like one bad apple will spoil it for the rest of everybody. But yeah, that shit trash, bro. Like social media is like a gift and a curse for sure. Like I ain't the biggest fan of it. What else we got though? My man OBJ banned from LSU for 2 years. I wonder what took so long. That didn't look illegal at all. Like that couldn't have been like all right.
It don't. I feel like like certain stuff is like that's not okay, but if you did it this way, it would have been okay.
Right.
I just feel like his display was trash. Like his display caused him to get banned. I'm sure he probably gave money before or was going to do it regardless. But the way he did it, he pulled out a whole pack of wad like this in the middle of the championship. What are you doing? Are you dumb? Like, come on, OBJ. You know what? Why you did that? You should have got more years. You lucky. They was looking out for you. Like, what are you doing?
Facts. Yeah, OBJ wilding for that. Like, I mean, even though like these players get paid some way or another, it is what it is. Yeah, OBJ just like you had that coming, bro. But then again, what you going on campus for anyway? At this point in time, like
you know why he on campus.
Facts. Yo, another thing I want to make sense of, and I don't know, like it don't make sense to me. Just like they doing it off the strength. And I was talking to Corey about this, but Amari Stoudemire, he's supposed to be coaching with Steve Nash, and like it's been this thing. Like obviously they saying like they gonna have the same chemistry they had when they was playing together. Like
okay.
I don't really want to hold them to that. Like just because they was balling on the court. It doesn't necessarily translate, and I'm not hating on them whatsoever. I'm not hating on the two of them, but like I just like that image, that perception of like, they used to ball together on the court. Like now they got to be successful here, and then like you create that's social media for you. Then you create an expectation.
Who was the creator of this?
No, so what? Like when you see the post, so no. It was on Bleacher Report. So when they announced it, like Steve Nash, like Amari Stoudemire has agreed to be an assistant coach with the Brooklyn Nets. And then you see a video coming right after them when they was playing together in Phoenix, and he was dropping dimes off to him left and right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so when you see that, you're like, oh, they had this chemistry on the court. So like we trying to make that transition off the court, which obviously that's what we want. But like, say that doesn't happen, for example. Now you think all of a sudden Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire suck because they ain't live up to that what you had in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Because you saw in your head like, oh they was balling on the court. This gotta work. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I don't want it to work, but it's just the way you got to think about it. Like, yo, as a coach, like it's a completely different realm. Like especially with Amari, I feel like he just finished hooping. Like Steve Nash been in the coaching game for quite a bit. Like I know he's out in Golden State doing some stuff and things like that. So that's different. But like you got to give them time to like gel or even re-gel, I would say, like, as like people and friends and now coaches. You know what I'm saying? Like we played together as players at one point. Like I just think it's different, but I ain't trying to
because we played together as players, I feel like I know that he know that like we want the same thing. I know his mind, and I know like what type of basketball he's bringing to the table. So it's not like with these other coaches that do like interviews and like, oh, like we like your mindset, your offense, your defense. Come join the coaching staff. We think it'd be a great jail. It'd be a great piece. Opposed to like Haley that'd be on the show later. Like I played football with him. Like I don't got to interview that guy. I know what he. Right. So it's like, oh yeah, Amari, come on. Like it's here without being said, but like you said, they still need that time to do this. But it's a level of comfortability that
you already ain't got to worry about. That's one step you ain't got to worry about right there.
Yeah,
like this one is already
good.
That's
one step you ain't got to worry about.
Facts. Yeah. And that's what. That's one way to look at it for sure. Like when you call, like with Bron, JR. Yo, I already know what JR bringing to the table.
You know he's taking his shirt off when they win the chip. You know that.
You know what I'm saying? With certain things, you just know the energy that they bringing. So no, that makes sense, man. That makes all the sense in the world. So I'm trying to see if we got anything else. There's Brian on the practice squad. Like holler at me when he get on the team. Trying to think. I think that's all we got for whatever we need to make sense of, man.
Practice like that to give the defense some good looks if he can do that. But if he's on the practice squad, it's part of me is like, why he not on the real squad?
Why he not on the real squad? Exactly.
he lost a step, so is he really giving your defense a good look for the practice squad? Like, what we doing here? But you know what? We ain't the ones. Make it make sense.
Facts. That's a fact, man. Hey, let's keep it pushing. Well, I'm trying to think of something I wanted to ask you. Nah, Johan out here trying to pull up on the show. What you looking at, man? What you got though, man? We got game ball.
Who get the game ball? Who get the game?
Who get the game ball this week, man? Who been holding it down this week? Who been taking care of business? Who been? Because I ain't got one for you. Who you got?
Nah, I ain't gonna do that.
Hey, man, how you feel about
the young boy that was in the fight? Was it last week? Oh, we talked about Lopez.
Oh, you talking about? Yeah. Lopez took care of business. Yeah, that fight was last Saturday. I want to say against Lomachenko, and Lopez definitely won. Did you? Oh yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, we talked about it. You were supposed to be watching it. Yeah, we definitely talked about that one. Yeah, Garcia definitely took care of business. Lopez. I don't know where I get Garcia from.
Are you drunk?
Getting there. I'm getting there. Definitely getting there. Man, I'm ready to hoop next week. I mean, tomorrow. I'm talking about next week. Tomorrow. I'm ready to hit this gym. Yo, why was you working out at 1 a.m. this morning, bro? After, right before you was drinking. I saw you take a shot. I saw a red cup. Then I see your back. Pause.
So this is what happened. We ain't linked since all of us. We used to all live in the house in Hampton. When I went to Hampton, that house, we used to all live there. Me, my brother, my cousin, and then my cousin's husband now went to high school with my brother. So he always been around the fam. So this is the first time we done got back together like this ever. So, everybody just doing anything. Of course, the shots going up, got the Bel Air, got all of that, got the white bottle, the black bottle. We just doing that. He just keep popping, whatever. We got the Henny, got the Crown. And then he was during COVID, I was getting big. He was I was working, I was doing this. So we outside with the couch and the TV, like a little man cave in the garage. Right. So he started doing the jump. So I started doing the jump. I'm like, what we doing? Then he pulled out the bands. Then we doing push. Then he pulled out the bar. We doing crunches on the door.
Y'all out there. Y'all out here getting fit.
It was one of those Liddy situations. Get the weight. All right, take a shot first. And then I had to wake up. I went to sleep 3, and I had to wake up an hour and a half later, 5:30. So I was big wilding. It was more rekindled. I loved the situation, the scene. Everybody was, and we all was happy to be together. So it was drinks. That's what we was doing until it was drinks and fit.
Right, drinks. Right. So you got that recharge. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I get you.
Oh, I'll say you got that recharge from linking with them.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was more my adrenaline was going. Usually I don't be drinking working out, but I was keep it coming.
Yeah, keep it coming. Keep it coming. Finding a way, man. But let's get into our Black Business Near You segment. So, this is the fourth quarter. This is the final quarter of our campaign. It's something that we started top of October, where we're pretty much just tapping into a bunch of different Black businesses. This week we got two good brothers coming on. We got Jahmil from Humble Beginnings, and then we got my good brother Newk from Believe in Yourself, BIY. So two dope brands, two dope people. Just super excited to have them on here. I know Jahmil is your guy, right? Right, Futch?
Yeah.
You said you play with him. You call him Haley. Yeah.
Haley, he coming on first?
Yeah, yes, man. Where you was at in pre-production, bro?
So Haley,
you wasn't at that sound check. Futch clearly wasn't at sound check yet again. So
we gonna talk about it. Listen, strippers. We go. So Haley, my boy, we played at Virginia State together. We won the championship together. Played a lot of football. He from 7'5" with me and Kevin. Me and Kevin, that's my brother. Me and Calvin from 7'5", so he from 7'5" too. Let's ask him because he he be rapping like New York 7'5". We don't in the chat. We don't even know him. Like, bro, what's up with you? He went to high school at 7. Let's get Mr. Jahmil Haley from home. Bring him to the stoop.
All right, let's bring him to the studio, man. Let's bring him to the studio, man. Yo, what's good, brother?
What's that, man? What's up, man?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's good, man? That's good, man. How you?
I can't complain, man. Blessed, highly favored. I'm just out here trying to do what it do, man.
For sure, man. For sure. I feel you. I like that hat you got on right there, man.
That's what I'm saying.
I gotta support the home team, man. You know, Fudge be talking smack, man.
right.
He be talking smack.
So Fudge said he don't know where you from. He was like, is it New York? Is it VA? He was like, we gonna find out.
So I'm born and raised Queens, New York. I moved to Portsmouth, Virginia, sophomore year of high school. And I've been in Virginia ever since. So I always tell people though, like, I mean, I was born in New York, you know, I was raised a little bit, but I learned and grew a lot in Virginia. You feel me? I met some solid people from Virginia. So I always give, you know, I give them their hard time.
Yeah.
But Virginia is solid with me. I love Virginia. That's you know, that's home. So
that's a fact. I was kind of the same boat, man. I was born in Brooklyn. I lived in there for a bit. Then I moved down to Newport News, like 5th grade, I think. But then I was back and forth moving around. But yeah, VA was something different. VA stuck with me. So I definitely know, you know, where you're coming from when you say, you know, how you feel about VA in New York. So that's love right there, man. What you got for
now? I know, Haley. Now we good. I got you.
You know it's always love. I gotta give you a hard time.
I'm gonna hold it down. Like, nah, he good. He's 7'5" approved. Hey, so tell the strippers, our listeners out there, about HB and how you came out and everything about it.
So Humble Beginners Apparel. I'm the CEO of Humble Beginners Apparel. That's a clothing brand that I started in 2016. Humble Beginners came about. I was in the process of, you know, as athletes, the transition of going from playing to becoming a regular, not regular, but average citizen. You feel me? Like, you know, regular day-to-day life. So I was in that transition and I was just trying to find my, you know, something to keep me motivated, some inspiration, you know, and that came about, you know. Me and my brother, we started brainstorming. I hit him up. I was like, can you come up with a design for this clothing line? And I said, I want to have a clothing line with meaning. I want to have a clothing line that many people from many different walks of life can relate to. And brainstormed for about 2-3 months, got the name, and he liked the name, and we went with it. And, you know, had my first pop-up 2016 at homecoming, and it took off from there, man. It took off from there. So Humble Beginners, man. That's the story behind us, man.
So how did the name, you guys were just kind of just kicking names back around, or how did Humble Beginnings stick? Like, how did that come about?
So I was just you know, trying to brainstorm names that when you hear it from the first thing, you're going to think, oh, wow, that's a really good name. You know, that's what I wanted people to think. You know, that's what I wanted people to say. And most people, from whether you were a young person in our generation or to older generations, you know, everybody just catches on to the name. Right. So my thing when I was brainstorming, you know, I was just trying to come up with something that's catchy with people of our culture, Black people, people minority, Latin people, Asian people, anybody, honestly. But I wanted to make sure it connected with my people first. You know what I'm saying? So first, you know, I think every Black person had a humble beginning. Everybody has a humble beginning.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you're from Asia or India, even white people have humble beginnings. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it all comes back to just, you know, the human race.
For sure.
What names was you juggling before you like hit HB? Like, I want to hear this.
I had like some ugly names like culture, culture empirers. I had some real radical names and real like names that was gonna really pop out at you. Like let me think. It was one more name that I had that was corny, man. Now that I think about it,
it sounded like that's what Fuch was trying to say. Like they was corny. That's what Fuch was trying to say.
It was corny. I forgot. I can't even think of the exact name, man. It was so many different names, but it was a process. It was like 2 to 3 months just to find a name.
No, I know that process, bro. I know that. Like, go ahead, Fuch. You had something?
Yeah. So when you said it took off from the homecoming, was it homecoming 2016? Was that like the one? So my question to you is: do you think like your success was built off of that one day? Like it was like this is a thing. Or say that didn't happen, how would you have done what you've done to this point? Because I don't even remember like the first day it happened, but I seen Haley got HB, and I just here and there I just go on the website and buy a shirt or a sweater or something. So like, was it? Do you think like the love and support you got from Virginia State was really like your kickstart? Is what I guess that's my real question.
I owe everything to Virginia State for humble beginnings. I feel like because they supported me, like the whole campus got behind me, and I honestly don't think if I had that, I don't think it would be as big as what it is today. I had a little bit of everybody. I had staff. I had the president. I had
everybody.
Yeah, man. I met with the president, bro, and just to chop it up about some stuff I'm trying to do, just trying to help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he tapped in with me, and it just kept on growing. And I think the more I started, just passing game on as well, and just speaking with people and not holding nothing back from people as well, people just kind of respected me and tapped in with me more because I never held nothing back. So I think, man, Virginia State, man, I owe it to Virginia State. I really do.
Love, man. It's crazy here. Like that HBCU love is definitely like it's real.
Crazy.
Like it's crazy because like you on the outside looking in, and then when you go through it and come out, you like, fam, that was one of the best times of my life. Like, you'll never. Like I always hear that because I went to a PWI, so like I didn't get that opportunity, but I think it's dope though.
At an HBCU, it's like it's family, man. Like
yeah.
Like
we all going through this trouble together.
Me and Fuch could have beef at the campus, or we might, get into an argument or something. But we go to Virginia State and we all go to Richmond, and Union or somebody else is beefing one of bro. It's really like that. It's really like that. So it's just a family unit that the HBCU atmosphere brings, man. It's amazing.
Well, it's unmatched. No, that makes perfect sense, man. So you and Fuch played football together. I know that's you went to Virginia State for that, and then you mentioned like you was looking for something, life after. So my question to you is like, what do sports mean to you? Like, what obviously got you to Virginia State, but like, what does sports mean to you, as a person?
Sports. See, me at 27. I'm gonna be honest. Me at 27, sports is a way, is an opportunity. I feel like it's a stepping stone. I don't think because sports don't last. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
For your life, you can work in sports, but that physical aspect, it doesn't last. So I feel like everyone has to look at sports as a tool. You got to look at it as a tool. I feel like to gain things that you may not have the opportunity to gain if you didn't play sports. Yeah. So, that's what I express to guys, especially in college and high school, use it as a tool, man. Sports is life, but sports can be taken away just like that.
One injury and that's a wrap.
Yeah, and anything can happen. Like with me, I have Crohn's. My Crohn's started acting up.
Okay.
My career done. Just like that. So you gotta, don't I'm not trying to look for this. Don't like try to, just because sports is over, don't think life is over. Yeah, like that's one thing I want to express to athletes, man. Because I know a lot of athletes still going through that transition and really can't find their purpose. So, that's just what I just wanted to put out there.
Nah, that's tough. Nah, I appreciate that. That's a solid answer, man. That's what's up, man.
That's
you got
crazy.
something
Like, it's like you to ask me. I'm like, it build character. Like it show who a man and who not. Like who put in work and who don't. Like who go the extra mile. Like you would ask me that would have been my answer. But from what you just said, it's like
also very valid.
Right. That's it.
Like, also very valid. Like it's not for somebody like life after sports. Like it's a tool. Like it's something. And like as you said, like you can use it to get you things that you probably wouldn't get if you weren't playing sports, like money to do other things and to put put back in the communities and stuff like that. So but Futch, you're right just as much as Jahmil is right. Like like all of that is all valid.
I personally feel like a lot of stuff that I use in business, in everyday life, and work and community service, everything goes back to sports with me because I learned character. I learned hard work. I learned to not complain. I learned to just get
it done. Yeah,
not put yourself first, especially in football. You feel me? I play O-line, bro. So I didn't get no stats.
I didn't get no stats.
So, but
I could vouch though. Haley, like one of the best linemen to come out of Virginia State.
He held you down. He's like, hey,
he held it down so I can get the ball. No funny. Like I watched him. Like when you watch like him just do what he do, and you watch somebody else that's not as talented, like they're working 1,000 times harder, but he's so smart and strong and like wise. He got the athlete to show it too. But like you say, he don't get it stat.
Yeah,
people that know football, they see it.
That. They see that. They see that.
So because you gotta look until college, I played D line as well. So I always used to get my shine on D line. But college, they switched me. They said, "Oh nah, we need you on O line." So it was a wrap. So I had to learn. the.
So what's the difference? Yeah, what's the difference between O line? Like what was one of the changes you need to make between O line and D line?
I had to learn. I had to be more sound. I had to be more smart. I had to. My IQ had to step up on O line, especially in college. I couldn't be aggressive at times. I couldn't be passive at times. I couldn't be conservative at times. Got to know my quarterback. Got to know your running back. It's a lot. It's a lot to go into it. I ain't gonna lie. And I used to dissect all of that because defense, I could shine. You feel me? I like to
go at it. Go get the quarterback. Is pretty much what it was, right?
Offense, sometimes I got to sit there, wait for my man. You might have a speed rusher, or aggressive rusher. You just got to know, and that's what it is. It's mental, man. It's mental.
Yeah, that O line, great. Like when you know the game, that O line is like wicked, and that's why they talk about him on TV and in sports. Like, oh, he missed the block because it's so valuable. But they get called out when they miss the block. They don't get called out when they like doing it all game, like not one rush or nothing. Is wicked though, like that IQ, bro. Like the ball coming your way, you got to seal or whatever. But this guy's super good, so I got to overseal just to put a hand on him. I got you, Haley. I know.
Yeah, man, it's real, man. It's real. I used to hold it down. No, I ain't make too much noise, man. We got our rings and got out.
Got our rings and got out of there.
How many you get?
Well, we got 2. We was co-champs one year, I guess, and the outright one. We could have got more, man.
So we got 13 and 14 together.
We could have got so many more.
Yeah, we got champions on the line. All right, okay. Nothing too crazy, nothing too light, nothing too wild. I got it. All right, my bad. I'm in the presence of greatness. All right, my fault.
Yeah, Fudge. Yeah, man, this guy right here, Fudge. He was
got to bring up some film
against us in high school. I think it was his senior year. It was my sophomore year, and I was barely getting playing time.
Word.
So. Yeah, he was wild. I ain't gonna lie. He was wild.
I put a 100-yard receiving on him.
On receiving? Yeah. What about all purpose yardage? You got it all.
He was elite. He was an athlete.
Nah, for sure. I believe that, man. Hey, being where you are right now, like what's one piece of advice you would give to someone right now, like with an idea, a dream, or a goal? Like what's something you would tell them that you wish you would have heard when they were starting out?
Put into action and don't really let people with negative comments on what you got going on deter you. because people are gonna have that, and it's gonna be from your mom. It's gonna be from people that mean something to you. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be from those people.
That's real.
You feel what I'm saying? And you gotta don't look at it as a deterrent. You feel what I'm saying? If they don't give you their blessings, or if they don't see your vision, you gotta understand it's not their vision.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's your vision. So you gotta really work on what you got going on, and they're gonna see. They're gonna tap in. You know what I'm saying? Like now, I could say like now, like a lot of my family, they believed in me, but they wasn't all the way tapped in to the point that they need to be. I feel like, but now,
they with you.
Drop these. I've been dropping a lot, and I like my following is going up with HB and a lot of things I'm doing now. So more and more is tapping in, and these sweatsuits these been going up the shows. So
hey, bro, I thought they were only for females. The way the pants looked like they was the crop top look.
Nah, bro, this is male. This is all male. This is my new hoodies right here.
The whole suit?
Everyone, the hoodies right here, man.
I got you right here,
bro. Yeah, all of that. We got the rugbies up there. We got the Nas hoodie. We got the J jump, man. We got a little bit of everything, but just piggybacking on what I was saying, man. Just believing in you, man. Put it into action, like, and don't let people tell you can't do more than one thing either. You feel what I'm saying? Like, cause I got a lot going on, so. People always say, "Oh, you need to slow down. You need to do this. You need to do that." But everything will work out, fellas. Everything will work out. I feel like.
So, what's your next move? What you got coming up in the near future?
So I got the HB network, so I got a lot more content coming out with that, and I'm trying to really take my time with that and like really produce stuff. Like I'm trying to really get into that lane because we got the parties for HVH, and we got the and I manage artists as well. I manage music artists as well. So now I'm trying to, finagle my way into a little bit of production, a little bit of film, a little bit of
nice.
This.
Okay.
You feel me? Because all of that intertwines.
Yeah, so, all that works.
If we can have some type of ownership and a little bit of everything in that, man, we're gonna eat, and I'm gonna be able to put a lot of more people on with me. So that's my goal.
I got you.
That's right. Hey, you got an HVH coming up?
Yeah. Yes, we have an HVH day party. October 31st, Halloween.
What's HVH?
Heaven versus Hell day party, 2-hour open bar, top shelf liquor. Hennessy Patron.
Is it in Richmond?
It's everywhere. We travel. We're traveling day party.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Fudge has been to the homecoming one. And we sold out. Yeah, we sold out. We sold out the homecoming one, and I'm gonna just say there's no day party like it. There's no day party.
That sounds like a vibe. Make sure you got your mask on while you're at the Heaven versus Hell.
Oh yeah, mask required. Mask required. You feel me? We taking temperatures, and we might even spray you.
I'm gonna hit you with this.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie.
Hey, I feel you, man. Hey, one other question, man. I saw that you're a husband and a father, so I'm always cool. That's my language. That's me. He's
a girl dad. He's a girl dad.
He's a girl dad, man. So
girl dad, father game.
Right, for sure.
Game. Come on,
I got two headaches or two blessings, depending on the time of the day, however you want to call it. But like what do you enjoy about fatherhood and being a husband? Like what's something that you like, yo, I like it here.
One thing I can say I love about just my life now with being a family man and just the learning part. Just me learning. I'm really learning every day. Like I learn about my wife. I learn about my daughter, and it just puts things into perspective for me, man. Like and makes life so much better. The little things in life, so much better. Yeah, and just knowing that I'm preparing a legacy to keep going is important for me to win. It's important for me to be a role model. It's important for me to do the right thing. You feel what I'm saying? Even when I'm messing up, it's important for me to bounce back too.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like really puts perspective with life and just trying to grow and trying to, keep the community, the Black community going. Because what both of you men are doing right now, and you being a father, bro, I tell my guys this all the time. All my friends, I try to tell them, if I don't tell them enough, you being there for your family and being there is so important.
Fact.
And just being there, time. You feel me? Everybody just wants to chase a bag, but we don't put in the time with our kids. Is worth it. It's worth it. So I just want to shout out to you for being a father, being there, father gang. I'm with it. Fudge, waiting for you to come on now.
I can come hang out with y'all kids, all of them.
Right, and put it right back.
Right? I'm trying to have 5, so.
Hey, stay away from me, bro. Like, I'm cool on that. Stay far away from me, bro. I don't want to. I hope my mom ain't listening, because she can be like, we need, son, you hear that? Like, nah, get out of here. But nah, hey, that's what's up, though. Hey, man, that was love, man. Jahmil, really appreciate you pulling up. Really appreciate, humble beginnings. I was actually on the site earlier. I'm probably grab that 9C because I'm really rocking with it. So
appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it.
But yeah, man. Hey, Futch, you got anything else you wanted to holler at Jahmil about, or Haley?
Nah, he actually said a lot. I know him from back in the day, but I just learned so much today. I learned so much,
man. So now he about to bug you to death. Hey, be careful, man, because Fush about to just start FaceTiming you like every day just to talk and be like, yo, what's up, man? What you doing?
I know be calling me. He like, what you up, Fush? Hey, did you get an order? I'm going to send it. Ain't one.
A word, man. Cool. Well, shoot. This or that, man. Let's do a couple this or that questions, man. So look, being you in New York, Giants or Jets? I'm gonna start with that one. That was on my mind.
I'm a Jets guy. My grandfather was a Jets fan. I gotta go Jets.
Man, like Jets was never spoken in my house, bro. They ain't looking too good. What you got, Fudge?
You like dinner or brunch?
This nigga dinner.
And why? I love it. And why? Tell me why.
Brunch, because you could get full and lit. You could get messed up at a brunch. I
love the energy. I love it.
Yeah, I love a brunch. Brunch me all day. Oh, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. Let me think of another one. Let's see. Knicks or I'll say Knicks or Nets.
Nets. Brooklyn, stand up.
Okay, all right. Even though you're repping Queens, though. Even though you're from
Queens, but when I go to New York, I be in Brooklyn, so I love Brooklyn right now.
I'm telling you, be everywhere. I'll be like, where you from?
I'm sorry, Fudge, but Brooklyn is so lit right now. I love Brooklyn.
Yeah, no, Brooklyn.
Hey, I was with the Woodland when Woodland was still open.
You know,
and it was wavy. It was wavy. All right, so we got one more. We're gonna let you go. Because you're a dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
You like them kid parties, but like the kid parties when they got the adult section in the kid party, or like an adult party. But the thing is, you know what you're gonna get from an adult party, you know what you're gonna get from a kid party. But like when they both lit, which one is like you prefer?
Ooh, that's a good question, man.
Yeah, because the kid party with the adult section is different.
I've been some kid parties and them jokes.
Yeah, I got home more messed up than the kids, yo. So
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna go with the kids party. I'm gonna go with the kids party lit, because the kids party lit, is more of a comfortable environment anyways, because it's most likely gonna be at somebody's house or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's crazy? And what I be thinking about is like you be so distracted, like trying to make sure the kids don't fall in the pool or something. So you still drinking and whatnot. And then when it's over, you like, yo, I'm a little turned. Well, a little bit. Like
the good thing about the kids party, you getting lit while the kids tiring themselves out.
Right, you ain't gonna sleep. That sleep good tonight be hitting you right there.
Come on now.
Hey man, it's all science. It's chess out here, baby. Yo. We go to the kids' party. Yeah, stay outside in that sun. Keep running. Yeah, keep going. Yes, you're not coming inside. Ain't nothing in here. Go play.
Because once kids got other kids to play with, now they occupied. That's kind of like free time, Fudge. You're learning.
Yeah, man. You gotta use our time. We gotta be intentional as parents, man. We gotta be intentional.
Strategic. I like y'all some smart. Y'all some smart dads.
Hey, man, constantly learning, bro.
Constantly learning.
But anyway, man. Hey, Jahmil, again, appreciate you having you on, bro. Pleasure meeting you. I know we just met through the pod, but like I feel like we just became homies at the same time. So like you definitely like you'll see my order come through. Yes, I appreciate everything. I wish nothing but success to Humble Beginnings and yourself and the production game and the film game. I know you got your hands in a lot of different things. So I wish you the best of luck in that world, man. And you're welcome on the show anytime, man. Anytime you want to drop some, you got some news to get to your people, man. Hit us up. We got you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all for having me, man. Thank you, Fudge. Appreciate y'all, man. For real. Keep doing what y'all doing.
Love is love, man. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, y'all, man.
All right, later. All right.
Hey, the crazy thing, bro, I learned a lot about him today, and I've been with him for like 4 years. Right?
I've been your teammate, yeah, man.
Yeah, and I've been ordering from him and all. I'm like, bro, that's lit. I'm gonna tell you 2 stories, and we're gonna go to the next show. So he said like we could beef at Virginia State, but when we go here, we on the same team, right? Like that was Virginia State versus Junior. Don't even matter what the smoke is. Like, nah, we on the team against y'all. And the crazy thing is when we go outside of that, it's like, oh, we HBCU against y'all. Like, you see how like it's like we beefing, but when it gets like bigger, like, oh no, we together. Like we together. We know we stronger together, but we gonna settle ours how we settle ours. But when we out in the world, like, oh no, that's my man. You don't even know his name. I don't care. He
with me.
He with me. And then the other story, I remember the group chat I told you like is better than ESPN. Like you find this out like a day before. Like Dak Prescott got hurt. Found this out on Thursday. They play Sunday. He in that group chat, right? And that group chat go crazy all the time. So I'm in there. I'm talking cash. He said, "Fudge, look, I ain't seen your shirt yet." I'm like, bro. Come on, like stop playing. Like in other words, shut up or you ain't getting. I paid for it and all that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Go to the website. To the website. So I support my man's got it. He was like, "Fuck, relax. I ain't seen your shirt yet."
Your shirt ain't here yet.
You send it though. I'm back.
Right.
You send it.
I got real quiet after that. He's like, you know what? You got it, bro. You got it. All right, man. But look, let's finish it up, man. Hey, so we're gonna finish this fourth quarter strong. We got a good friend of mine coming on the show. We actually was gonna get him on a couple weeks ago, but he recently became a dad, so that is definitely something that takes precedence. So I'm excited to have my man on. But yeah, you've definitely seen some of his gear and on your Instagram feed. So without further ado, I definitely want to bring my man Newk on from BIY. So let's get my man up here real quick. Let me push the right button. There we go. Yo, my man.
What's up, bro?
What's good?
I can hear you. Yeah, you're a little choppy. What about now?
Nah, I'm good.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, you good money.
All right, cool.
All right, cool. Newk, what's up, brother?
I'm chilling, man. How y'all doing?
Hey, man, we all right, man. Just enjoying another day on the podcast, man. I like that tea, bro.
Hey, Newk, hold on.
What's up?
Because I posted about you coming on the website. I mean, on the podcast on my Instagram, right? And my man's he like sneakerhead. He just everything. He was like, "Yo, tell him I want my shirt." They canceled my order, and I think it's that one. I don't think you know him. He just probably ordered through the junk. But he said the shirt didn't come, and he was like, "That's the one he want. The one you got on is the one he was talking about."
Hey, tell him to send us an email. We get him taken care of.
Yeah, he'll get you straight.
Right, I'm gonna do that. But he
ain't cancel no order though. I ain't missing out on no money. I promise.
That's a fact, yo. Hey, man. So, bro,
what's about BIY?
Yeah, man.
You said tell you about it?
Yeah. Tell us about it. Tell the listeners about BIY.
I mean, BIY, so BIY standing for Believe in Yourself. It's really just a platform for me. It's a platform where I've been a hooper my whole life, and since I've gotten a little older, I've actually transition and realize that I've had this creative side that I never had the opportunity to tap into because I was so focused on hooping. And
Okay.
BIY is just a platform for me to get thoughts into the world, whether it's apparel or like from time to time I make music. It's just a platform where I feel like for anybody successful at anything, you have to believe, have enough self-belief to put yourself out there to be criticized if you're successful. So it's just a platform for me to get ideas out. Right now, it's been a lot of apparel, a little bit of music, but it could transition to any and everything.
Solid, man. No, that's tough. Like I've been a fan of BIY since the Denby shorts, man. I really wish I could have made that pop up, man. But when I saw you start off with home, I was like, yo, I don't know. Yeah, I was like the possibility of endless. And like you said, like this creative side of you, like I knew Newk the Hooper. You know what I'm saying? Like all I knew was, you know what I'm saying? That's all I really knew. So to see this side of you, I was like, oh, I see what he did here. I don't see what he did here, but like he sees it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what matters. But one thing I wanted to ask you is like your rollouts are very meticulous. Like you know how you do certain things, how you drop certain things. Like it's very meticulous. So when are you planning? When are you making sacrifices? Like when I say sacrifices, like when it comes to like creating a tee or the rollout of it, are you like I said, like how focused are you? I would say, like, is there some things like, for example, working out? Like I might not hit the gym as much this week because I'm locked into, I'm on this pen and I'm on this pad trying to figure out, you know, how I'm gonna finish this tee off or something like that. Like, do you see yourself making sacrifices to do things like that?
For sure, for sure. I mean, to go back a little bit, I'm super focused when it comes to creating something and rolling something out. I always just kind of, my brain is always going. That's been like a thing for me. Like to your point, you knew me as the hooper. I knew myself as the hooper. But I got to get out there in the world and realize other talents and other interests that I have just in life in general. And low key, just creating is something that my brain is always doing.
Yeah.
And then just from my core, I realized how important, and I had the luxury, some of the best in the world of how important it is to be tactical and to not only think of your next step, but then the next two steps to come. So I'm always thinking, I'm going to drop, what am I dropping after that? Is it a way where it can tie into one another and tell a better, more holistic story? But at the same time, always making sure it's something that's true to me. Because I believe that if I'm doing something that's true to me and I come up with it and I'm like, ooh, that's fire, then the consumer has no choice but to see and feel it the way that I, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm focused. I'm always thinking. Anytime you see a drop, I already know what the next 2 or 3 drops are. Like right now, I already know what's coming through 2021 for my brand because I feel like the only way to keep that momentum going is to stay
keep hitting them in the mouth.
Yeah,
how long you had BIY? How long you been doing this?
2 years now. So it started. As BIY as a lifestyle, I've been believing in myself since the beginning of time. But as far as product into the world on my own, it's 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man. Well, let me backtrack a little bit. Let me say congrats. Before I brought you on, I wanted to say congrats on 7 on your newborn, your firstborn. That I know that's a beautiful thing, man. How's that been going?
It's been amazing, man. I feel like words is a way that human beings decompress thoughts and themselves for other people to understand what they're feeling. I don't feel like I couldn't put a sentence together to get you to you understand, but together to try to articulate how it is to become a father. It's one of the best experiences. I'm not frustrating, but it's difficult and it's a process, but it's a beautiful thing. Something that you just got to experience it. I can't.
Yeah, you got to be in the game. You got to play the game. Yeah, you got to play the game for that one, man.
Yeah, I played the whole game. I don't know nothing about. In that game.
For sure, man.
I appreciate it.
So with that, so there's tired from designing a product, and then there's also tired from 7 just being 7, being a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you tell the difference between the two? Do you feel that? Do you see that? Or is it still kind of early in the game?
Nah, I feel that for sure. I mean, at the end of the day, when it's your brand or whatever, like I told you, I'm always going.
Yeah.
I can turn it off, or I could try to turn it off when I want to. But
right.
boy, 30 and you dead tired, and screaming.
Ain't no way. Yeah, ain't no way around that.
It's definitely one of them got an off button, and the other one absolutely does not.
Yeah. The other one never turns on, bro. And like I'm still figuring that out 5 years in. Like my oldest is 5, and I'm like, yo, you don't turn down. Like there's no off.
Yeah, rough. Official side, because my wife, we tag team everything, but she carry a lot of the load. So, you know, I'm not even gonna sit up here and act like it's the hardest thing in the world, and I'm going crazy by myself. Like she doing most of the work.
Yeah, no, for sure.
On my role, you know what I'm saying? I'm setting screens, I'm grabbing rebounds.
Doing what you got to do.
Doing everything.
And then when you win the chip, you taking your shirt off like J.R. Smith. Like you on that type of time, man. For sure. Hey, so I want to show the listeners, show the watchers like some of your success. For example, like you've had some notable people, you know, wearing some of your gear. Like for example, like the shirt you have on right now. Here's Sue Bird rocking it on the way to is it post game or pre game? I think it's on the way to the game if I'm not mistaken.
That was the championship game, so that was the game when they won the chip.
Okay, yeah. So we got this. Just to name a couple, if you've been following us, you know, we actually, you know, Tatum been BIY down all bubble, real talk.
One of the first to really kind of like show a ton of interest in the brand for sure, on that level at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what? Oh my bad, that was a football game.
That was a game.
Yeah, that was a game. But when you see things like this, man, like what's going through your mind? Like I feel like I might know the answer because, like you said, your brain is always working. Like, damn, how can I get this on every NBA player? But like, what's going through your mind when you initially see stuff like this?
I mean, one, being completely honest, it's humbling and it's validation. You know what I mean? Because when I'm creating these things in my own little bubble, it's fire to me, but I don't know how somebody else might perceive it. So
yeah.
Be validating when these people have the resources to get any brand that they want and they choosing to wear my stuff on like some of their biggest days. So it's definitely, and then like the business mind of myself is like, how do I get somebody to wear this while I'm about to sell it so I can maximize it? Because if this shirt is sold out and then 30 people wear it, it's cool, but I don't benefit from that.
You know, yeah, facts. Yeah.
So I'm trying to line up the marketing, like how do I get an athlete or entertainer or whoever to rock something right before I'm about to sell it, so I can maximize the situation.
Okay,
that's dope. No, that makes perfect sense for sure. No, that is definitely dope. Yo, so I mean, you said BIY started about 2 years ago. So I think I last saw you in 2014 when we was hanging with the Cowboys for a night.
Yeah.
So where you from, Newk? Like, how y'all know each other?
Me and Newk, he from the crib. Yeah, he went to Woodside. Oh, so yeah, I moved. Yeah, so I moved to VA in 2000. Actually, 10 years before. I moved to VA in 2004. I got there like at the end of our sophomore year, and then junior year is when I started playing basketball. And then like I heard about Newk, I heard about Calvin, I heard about Steph. It's like I just started getting my download of the Peninsula District for the most part. But Newk he was a starting point guard for Woodside like the whole time I was down there. And so yeah, like we knew each other through basketball. We hung out a few times outside of school. We still got that one story when we drove up to Williamsburg off that tank of gas or whatever that was. But nah, yeah, me and Newk, like, yeah, so that's how pretty much through sports, bro. Like that's pretty much how it came about, man. Like we was hooping, he played ball. And I think I bought a couple sneakers off of him at one point. And like, yeah, we just, we had a different sense for certain things. So yeah, that's what it was.
Absolutely. Sports connect the world. And you know how it is in the 757. If you're an athlete, you're an athlete. You even know one person removed from that person. So
yeah, for sure. That's a fact. There was something I wanted to ask you. Oh yeah, so yeah, 2014 BIY is when I last saw you. Was BIY in the works like at that time, or was it something was in the works, but I guess BIY wasn't the name, or what was going on with BIY back then?
So 2014 was kind of like, I say like maybe 2011 when I graduated from Central. 2013 was when I was like, all right, I'm about to stop hooping. I gotta figure out life.
Okay.
There's this website. I think it's Custom Ink, if I'm not mistaken. But it's just like a t-shirt design website. I don't know what it was though, but I used to go on this website and just design t-shirts all night, just putting graphics and words.
Oh wow, okay.
And I was like, yo, I'm about to start this brand, and it was actually called Fly Life at the time. And it wasn't even like I'm about to try to sell stuff. I just felt like no brand was giving me shit that I thought was fire. So I was
Okay.
my own stuff. So I was just making like copping all these fucking t-shirts. Then I started working retail at Nike, the factory store in Williamsburg, just for the discount for real. And then all of a sudden I kind of was like, I want to get a corporate Nike job. I realized like this is a. So, I went through all of that stuff, climbed the ranks in Nike or whatever the case was. And I remember being in a meeting. It was two things. I remember pitching ideas to people while I was at Nike. And a lot of people thought the ideas was fire. And then they might get up to the top and either get watered down because somebody that don't even really know the culture makes the decision, or out in general. So I spot where I can just get ideas into the world the exact way I want them to get into the world. And I just found myself like coming up with ideas and concepts that we're pitching to Foot Locker, big sporting goods, and like the biggest accounts, and they making tens, 20s of hundreds of millions of dollars in a year. And I'm like, yo, I got these fire ideas. I know what the consumer wants. Like, why the people to make hundreds of millions of dollars and I'm getting my $1,900 every 2 weeks when I could just do this?
Yeah, that's one way to look at it.
Like I want to get ideas out. I know the consumer. I know what people want. I know what's fire. I know what isn't. Like I feel like I got a good taste level with something that consumers connect to. So it really went from fly life to I just want to do Nike stuff to I could be Nike.
Damn, I could be Nike.
With your mindset and the way where you started into where you at now, I'm loving it. So it's like, say somebody listening, watching, like what advice would somebody with a dream, with a goal that you would give because of your success that you're having right now?
Yeah, that's a good question. One, I would just say be you, like be completely yourself. You know what I mean? We all are super unique and we all have something unique to provide to the world. So be authentically yourself. Have a plan. And I know like when I was younger and people used to tell me have a plan, I'm like, what? Like I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. How am I supposed to tell you what's gonna happen 2, 3, 4 years from now? But have keep you focused. You know what I'm saying? It's like I speak in basketball terms a lot. It's like if you can't shoot, you going in the gym, like, all right, I got to get 300 shots up because the end goal is you want to be able to shoot better. And it's like life, like what's the end goal and how do you plan on taking the right steps to get you to your goal? So be yourself, have a plan. Honestly, just be a good person, work hard, and try to build relationships. A lot of the stuff that I'm able to do now, and a lot of the things I've been able to do in the past has been through being a good person, a good worker, and building relationships through my journey. Like it's relationships I built playing AAU that literally is helping me now. It's relationships I built in college that's literally helping me now. It's kind stuff that I did to people. Oh, if you go to the story, I got this story. If you go to my page, my Newk NEWK 757 page, I got this story up there about how I met LeBron. It was literally just being a good person to somebody that was a complete stranger that ended up being LeBron James' manager. Gave me tickets to the game, went locker room, got to meet everybody.
Nice.
So those is kind of my keys. At the end of the day, what's meant to be is gonna be, but you just got to be a good person, be true to yourself, and build relationships.
Got you. We got one question from one of our watchers watching. What goals do you have for BIY right now? Is there anything in the works that you can speak on? I know you, like I said, I know how you give it up. You don't really say much till it's bang. Here.
But I mean, to be honest with you, some of the goals that I have is one, just to expand the brand. Like I want people to know what BIY is. I want people to be able to get their hands on BIY. So that's a big thing. I would love for BIY to be my 9 to 5 and maybe a corporate job is my side hustle just for the benefits, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, for sure. I feel you, bro.
I mean, that's the ultimate goal is to keep cooking and keep making my family, my wife, my parents, my brother, my kid, and my friends and everybody proud.
Nah, for sure. Nah, I feel you on that one, bro. That's definitely love, man. Let's see. So there was another question. Oh, husband and a dad, man. What how do you like that? How's it going?
Hey, it's amazing, man. I tell you, and I'm keeping it super real. Growing up like in Newport News or whatever, I don't know if it's because I'm a male. I don't know if it's because it's Newport News. It might be a combination of the two. But like, you don't grow up thinking, yo, I can't wait to have a kid. I can't wait to have a wife. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't see. Not like I didn't see positive things because my parents was a positive example, but I didn't see people that I was like, I want to be like that. I didn't see cool parents with.
Yeah.
Where everybody was like, yo, you got a wife, like the ball and chain, like this kind of taste. Looking, it wasn't something that I was actively seeking, you know what I mean? But
For sure.
being able to put my own thumbprint on what a husband is, what a dad is, picking a woman that's incredibly fit for me, it's been amazing, to be honest with you. The process in this, if you with the right person and you going about it the right way, it's a process where even the downs are ups, man, to be honest with you.
Yeah. No, I totally feel you on that one, man. Just yeah, everything you said, actually, like that's spot on. Like, and I agree with you. Like, as far as like, I think it's us being males, like what we're thinking about, that is not something that we thinking about when we was getting ready for practice or when it was time to hoop or whatever. It just wasn't, and it not only wasn't on our plate, it wasn't on none of our friends. It just wasn't on anybody's. And that's just how it was, you know. Like, and you know, we and it's no fault. It's just that's just the lifestyle. It's just the culture of us, you know.
Yeah, I feel like the culture of the world is changing just in general. I was watching T.I. and Fab, like T.I. little podcast.
Yeah,
it's interesting. He was like, now you know, like Fab got a wife now, and like
right,
AZ and Beyonce, but when you was growing up, it was almost like you would have never knew Ja Rule was married when we was growing up. Like it was, you gotta make it seem like you the single dude that's out here getting all the shorties, and you know what I mean. So I just think the world is starting to evolve, and it's a little cooler and a little more accepted to be in a monogamous relationship and kids and be a girl dad, like that stuff.
Yeah. That's coming about. Yeah, that's definitely coming about.
For me, growing up in 7'5", like you said, I ain't think about it, don't even know when it's gonna happen. But when I like talk to Cal like every day and he with his wife or Johan Wallen in the back and the things that you just said, it gives like a breath of fresh air for individuals like myself. But like I'm still in that phase where when I wake up in the morning, I'm not seeking, I'm not thinking about it, but just to hear and see like you do what you just said, and how I know how Kyle lived his life. And my boy that was Haley was just on. We went to college together, so you know what we was doing. But he's a whole girl dad with like, you know what I mean, like a good head and shoulder. So to hear it is amazing. Like that's the part. Like this is what the world needs to see and hear, so we can like keep this train going.
Yeah,
for sure.
Don't get me wrong though. I'm not saying go out there and try to find you a husband and shoot the club up and get a shorty. I mean, my bad, a wife and shoot the club up and get a shorty pregnant. Actively go out there. And I'm just saying, like, I used to be like, nah, like what? You want to be in a relationship? Nah, you wilding. But like, on the right person, it's an incredible thing, man.
Nah, I totally agree. I say that all the time, man. Like, yeah, it's just you look at certain situations, it's like, yo, you couldn't make it in this quarter. If like I look at my situation now and I think about my life coming in the past. I'm like, I don't know if I'd be here like without you by my side, or like we're out, you know what I'm saying? Like as far as like making decisions that we had to make, like it takes a certain type of person to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of things you gotta think about as you get older. And like it's a lot of selflessness that comes to it. So
if you, and I'm just speaking from my experience, I ain't saying my experience is the experience that other people got to look for, but like, it's almost like I'm Michael Jordan, then like, who is the Scottie Pippen? Or I give you a better example. If I'm Kobe, who's Shaq? Or if I'm
Shaq?
Kobe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know, even BIY, for example, I started it on my own, but now like my wife has a part of it with BIY Fit, and she even just helps me with the apparel side, like my side as well. And I'm like about the co-sign, like, you should write it like this, and you should say this, or I even put this out there. It's been times where I design something like the Iverson order. Let's take the Reggie Miller shirt because I got a lot of exposure. I had a design for the Reggie Miller shirt, and she was like, "Well, what if you move this here and move that there?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's fire." And now it's everything. You know what I'm saying? So, and then when I got 500 orders on t-shirts and we literally packaging them just by ourselves, she like, you know what, instead of us packaging them, going to USPS, standing in that long ass line, writing all these addresses. Let's buy a later. It might cost $400, but now we can go straight, type it in, print it, pay for everything at the crib,
Everything right there.
just drop it off. Like little stuff like that. I'd have never thought of that. Like
Yeah.
I put a fire shirt together, but you out packaging stuff.
Package that, yeah.
Yeah,
You've been doing it the hard way the whole time.
You gotta know your strengths, man, and that's the definition of a marriage, a relationship. Like knowing your strengths and recognizing and being like, nah, you stronger here. Like you can manage that, and you know what I'm saying. Like, and then we fit together like a team. You know what I'm saying, and it goes down that road. So no, I totally get that, man. And I actually was going to bring that up next with BIY Fit. I know that's another entity of the BIY umbrella. But you know, just touch on that just a little bit and let us know what exactly goes on with BIY Fit.
For sure, yeah. So ultimately, BIY Fit is my wife. So she's Bosnian and Turkish, and she naturally has genetics. She was like the girl that grew up, didn't play any sports, didn't really exercise, and had a body that was like crazy, just naturally. But like, as she started getting a little older, she only 26, but like as she started getting a little older and life just started, you know, getting more stressful, she put on a little bit of weight. And she wanted to go on this journey of losing weight and starting to get fit. But when you look on Instagram and you look on the internet, it's a lot of false information or misleading information out there. So she was like, yo, I want to be a person that on her journey, as she was learning, and she went to school for this and got her degree in this as well. As she was learning, she was just like, yo, I want to be an authentic, real, organic, teaching people how to eat right, like nutrition, macro, how to read a nutrition label when you buy food, and teach people how to sustainably lose weight in a sustainable way. Like, important, because you might could go and eat salad for 2 months, look a certain way, but as soon as that diet is over, you about to eat everything you've been missing for the last 2 months. It might look worse. You know what I'm saying?
Take you back to where you just trying to come from.
In her coaching platform, where she takes clients predominantly female, teach them about nutrition, macros, giving them some fitness advice, and has had a lot of success transforming and changing people's lives. And I mean, even with her, at one point at her biggest, she was 160, and then maybe like 7 or 8 months later, she was like 127 or
Sheesh. She was not playing.
Real. And way too, because she's still like, she got into fitness and into exercising, but she's not an athlete. So like, I could get up at 5 a.m. and go stupid hard because I was a Division I basketball player, where that ain't really her personality. Like she chip away at it, but in a sustainable. Get those.
That's legendary right there. That's honorable right there, man. Like, especially being like you were saying, like I think you said innocent, the word is what you use. I'm not 100% sure, but for like what she's trying to do with BIY Fit is like seeing what she saw on Instagram is like, nah, I want to tell the truth pretty much. Right.
Yeah. It's crazy too. Like, I mean, I've learned a ton from in her journey, and it's like some of the stuff that she teach, it should be a part of the curriculum in school, to be honest with you. Being able to read a nutrition label, I mean, surprise, dog. I ain't gonna get too deep into it, but let's just say you got 2,000 calories that you can eat to stay your same weight. Orange juice probably got like 800 calories in them. If you drink like 2 cups of orange juice, it's like 800 calories right there. And that might be hyperbole, but it's just, once you're able to read a nutrition label, you're like, yo, what? Why am I eating this? Why am I drinking this?
Right.
They should teach that to people.
Okay. I got a question for you. It's kind of like the this and that, but it's not, but it is. So you mentioned earlier how like both of you, like you lack in some aspect and your wife pick up, or she lacks here and you pick up. So what is something that you lack as a designer of the shirts that she picks up on? That she helps, like, so that y'all always at 100?
Yeah, from a design standpoint, I would say, I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't say I necessarily lack this, but her being a female, I might lay something out and it's cool and it's fire, and if y'all saw it, it'd be like, all right, that's amazing. And she might be like, well, I don't even know this story. I don't even know what the hell it is. But what I know is if you move this here and this here, aesthetically, I just like, as a female, I just like this aesthetic better. So now for me, I'm like, all right, if the story's still the same, so y'all gonna rock with it, but then the aesthetic is better, so you're more general consumer that don't know anything, they just buying it because they like it. Now they like it. Now I can bring in another consumer. So her just having an eye of like not too deep in the details because she might not know, but just aesthetically, it's like,
Yeah.
how this looks better.
She just opened up another market. That's what she did. Like, that's what she's low key doing. Like, she just gave you another avenue to be like, oh, word, let me get up in here and see what's up. Because
time I'm able to get her insight, like from a modeling standpoint, or if she just wears something and posting on her page, I'm like 200 or 300 shirts to all guys, and she'll post it, and then I get like 60 orders from straight females.
I'm sure straight females. Yeah. Nah, yo, speaking of that, did she have any? Do you remember anything distinctly behind the Iverson joint, the blue one? Do you remember? Did Melik have anything? Did she have any? Like, do you remember anything that like she was behind it? Because it's crazy. Because when you said that, P actually noticed the Iverson shirt. I was like, yo, you like this? And I was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, it was on the way. So that's why I was like, I wonder if Melik had anything to do with the Paisley joint.
I honestly, the only out of all of the BIY to the bone stuff, she touched all of them jumps. So the Iverson jump, the finals that's in the background that go down. Just had one finals at the bottom. And then I was trying to figure out, like, Iverson always had the bandana and obviously Paisley print on it. So I was like, I want to figure out something Paisley to tie back to the bandana. And she found the BIY that's in red is in Paisley. Look close at it. It got like bandana Paisley print all over it. So
I peeped it.
Now that font, and she put the gradient like finals going down the back because like it didn't look like that at first. And like I said, it's always like a tomato. Like if I were to show you the other Reggie Miller shirt, you might be like, oh, I actually like that one better. But the aesthetics that she's able to bring to the table, it makes it a little more general, so I get a bigger consumer base versus.
For sure. No, that makes sense. Hey man, you've been I know you've been keeping up with the NBA. So being that LeBron just got the W, like as you were watching though, like I don't know who you were rooting for, but like, well, first off, who were you rooting for?
Honestly, I just competitive series, but Bron gets much hate. I wanted Bron to win. Luckily, yo, I'm not even like a team person no more. I just like seeing certain players play, and I like seeing people go back and forth. But I wanted Bron to get that win for sure.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. Like, and it's funny you say that because I'm in my head, I'm thinking like, yo, I definitely wanted that for Bron, so everybody else could just shut up. At the same time, like seeing the underdog, seeing Miami do what they were doing, seeing Jimmy do what he was doing, like you couldn't help but be like, yo, one more play, man. One stop, one finish. Like you couldn't help but think that. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, yo, it was just like you said, it was just great competitive basketball to watch. But I was just curious to see, like, could you not, like, as an athlete, could you not like put yourself in Jimmy's shoes or not even put yourself in Jimmy's shoes, just be Team Miami for a bit, just because you want to see that go down. You know what I'm saying?
No question. I would say that before Miami and LA, I wanted Miami to beat Boston. I wanted Milwaukee. Like I wanted them to get through them because I just was gravitating to their style of play in the way that Jimmy is also like one of those superstars that's known for putting in work and don't really get the respect that he deserves. So I was glad that he was running through some of these bigger teams. And I mean, it's always good to see the underdog. And I already knew once this game over, when this series is over, like what am I about to watch for real? Like I do watch, but it wasn't like, this was like exciting. So I wanted it to go 7 if possible. Just so
of course, we all did.
Exactly what Cal said.
But I mean, I was hoping I wasn't hoping the Heat would win. I just wanted them to make it competitive. And Jimmy had he had good enough games where he got the respect he deserved. Miami, he got the respect they deserve. LA got some killers, dog. Like a lot of people forgot about Rondo until this bubble.
Man, fam, I was just saying, I probably would be that guy. Like Rondo is a point guard, fam. Like my man is like, yo, y'all first. And then and any offense from him, any buck, and he was shooting the lights out. So any offense from him is like icing on the cake. But
and I always feel like when it comes to Bron, because I watched him over the last like let's say 6 years. Obviously, I watched him his whole career, but the last 6 years, I really paid attention. He's better when there's somebody on his team that can be like, hey, yo, you fucking wildin'. And like, before Rondo got there last year, who could tell Bron, like, yo, you tripping? Like, nobody could control the pace. Give me the ball. Like, nah,
I got this. Yeah.
So that was that element. Every time Bron has got a chip, basically, there's somebody or pieces on his team where it's like, hold up, like, let's do this. Like,
let's do this.
Like, Bron, you wildin'. It's a Kyrie and a Richard Jefferson, like, Bron, you wildin'. Or let me get
D Wade. Yeah, even D Wade.
Oh, if Bron ain't got that, he's still Bron, but them teams don't win.
Them teams don't win. No, that's one way to look at it for sure, man. No, I definitely feel you on that. What did I want to ask you? As far as the Lakers, and it was something about basketball. Oh, do you see another bubble? Oh no, my other question to you. So, I know you mentioned earlier, you designed some footwear, for certain players. What's that process like? What was that like?
I mean, that's actually it's fire. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the company, depending on the athlete, depending on what's going on, honestly, it's different. But it's cool because sometimes you get perspective and input from the athlete, and you just putting it into the shoe. And then sometimes the athlete is busy, so it's my job to kind of like interpret something or do my research and know like, oh, this person is into this, the consumer would like this, and then marry those worlds together. So it's definitely, and anytime you turn the TV on and you see something on that you worked on, that's a fire feeling. And then if Instagram is picking up these shoes and they're like, oh, look at the blah, 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 you going through the comments a little bit and they're like, yeah, fire, those whack. Oh, hold on, let me go. Hey, he only got 2 pictures, 3 followers, whatever. Like,
it's a science.
It's definitely a cool experience. You know what I mean? It's definitely a cool experience, something to talk about and be able to share with your family.
Yeah. Like when I saw you were doing that, man, I would have never like I said, Newk the Hooper, bro. Like that's what I knew. That's what I know. You know what I'm saying? Like he's done a couple.
Me too. I'd be lying to you if I told you 10 years ago I would envision this for myself.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you on that one, man. Oh man. Fudge, did you have a question?
Yeah, whose shoes?
Oh, I tell you offline, just because.
All right.
Yeah, he got a couple bangers out there. Well, yeah. But he got some bangers for sure, man. I'm trying to think if we got anything else. Fudge, you got anything else?
Now I got this or that. That's about to start something.
All right, yeah. We'll wrap it up, man. Hey, that was fam, content king right here, bro. Like that was good.
That's it. I got my pen and pad up.
Yeah, that was some great conversation right there, man. But yeah, let's get into the this or that and let these listeners go enjoy the rest of their Sunday night, man.
Hey, Newk. So 101, you and Cal.
I don't know if me and Newk ever went against each other. Now that I think about it,
but if you had to say, I dust Cal, I ball him up all over the court. Like, is that what you're saying, or like, nah, Cal got some work?
I'll put it this way. Right now, I'm not saying I do anything to anybody. I ain't hooping. Yeah. Me and my pinnacle me, college, collegiate me, I'm taking me over anybody.
Yeah. Nah, you can have it. You know what's crazy? Because like I didn't play too much in high school. Like I didn't really start. Like I was telling you, we had a freshman that was like, remember Chris?
Yeah, Chris.
He was, top shelf right there. That boy can go. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't play too much, but I will say like post high school was like I started being a different type of player. But Newk, hands down, like that boy can go. Like Newk can go. So, but I'll hold my own in 2020. I'll hold my own in 2020. But from 2007 to 2011,
I'm gonna say
like
from
13,
7 to 13. I put a bag on it for sure.
Yeah. Newk was in a different bag, as he should have been, because he was taking care of business. All right, I'm over here serving my country. My man out here putting people in the blender. You know what I'm saying? So
all that to say though, Cal was still nice. Like he was definitely formidable. Like Chris, the dude that played in front of him, Chris was super, super nice, especially as a young boy. And his family, he had an older brother that was there. He his family pedigree at that school, it already was what it was.
It was what it was. Yeah, yeah.
He was one of the people like we go to Naval Weapons Station or a military base to hoop, and somebody like, oh, Cal don't even play. I ain't worried about him. He'll go out there and bust your ass. So
yeah. Right.
And when you graduate, Newk?
Say it again.
When did you graduate?
You talking about high school?
Yeah.
07.
Yeah. We was all 07. Yeah.
So if the freshman dude, I might have played against him. Not again. I think like I might know who he is. Chris. He was like
Chris Johnson. Yeah. Chris Johnson.
Oh, Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson. Was he? Did he have a fro?
Nah, I don't know. Nah, there was no. He didn't have a fro.
Because I graduated Hampton in 10. So like if you was anybody anywhere else, like you said, you know him. Chris Johnson sounds so familiar.
Yeah, there's a lot of Chris Johnson in the world. No, he went to Denby with me. No, Chris was at Denby with me. He was he was a starting point guard with me when I first moved to VA and I met Newk and basketball was the vibe out there. But no, that makes sense. Another this or that question, man. Let's go with let me think what I got. Let's go with I'm actually going through my list here. What I would prefer. I'm gonna hit your number. Futch, breakfast or brunch or dinner?
Brunch.
I want to go brunch, dog. I want to go brunch.
Why?
Low key, if you at the right brunch spot, you can get the same shit you can get for dinner plus breakfast. So
yeah, it's a win.
Yeah. I love it so much.
Yo, how's the another question I have for you? How's the PDX? How do you like Portland versus any other places that you've been?
Yeah, Portland is cool. It's different. You know what I mean? It's definitely different. It's a little slower pace. I could see how and why people would want to like raise a family out here. It rained a lot. Cloudy a lot. So from like I would say November through April, it's either raining every day or it looked like it's about to rain. So I still count that as a rain day.
Them cloudy days, those gray days.
The summertime is incredible. It's a lot of opportunity out here. It's an up and coming city in a sense. It's cool. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say I'm gonna be here the rest of my life or nothing like that, but it's cool for the time being.
I got you.
I don't know if you ever been to the West Coast, but the West Coast is just different. You know what I mean? It's a little more chill, slower pace. Like it's a good pace being from the East Coast.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, being out in Vegas, I definitely saw a change of scenery.
Yeah, ain't
change of vibes.
Nothing like the East Coast though.
Ain't nothing like home.
Like the East.
Nothing like the East, man. Nothing like.
Hey, Newk, question for you. You out on a date, dinner with your wife or whomever, like with your wife, like. Yeah, I'm trying to make the question general. You sitting beside her or across from her? This was a debate we didn't have for like all month.
It depend on if I'm in a booth, I'm sitting. But if we at a table with single chairs, we sitting across. Maybe across. You got to kind of angle it so you kind of across, but you still kind of beside.
Still kind of catty corner, like you still in the same. Yeah.
I'm sitting beside her for sure.
Yeah, my motto is I'm sitting across unless I'm sauced. So therefore, if
I'm sitting across unless I'm sauced. Okay.
Then I'm like, then I'm coming over and be like, hey, so look, you want a dessert, right? All right, let me feed it to you. You know what I'm saying? let me pull that out real quick. Yeah, but yeah, I'm sitting across unless I'm sauced, baby.
It ain't no right or wrong answer.
Nah, it's a win-win.
It's not. It's perspective.
Hey man, Newk, it's been great, man. Is there anything else? Is there something that we didn't touch on you wanted to put out there? Anything for BIY? Anything for Newk? Anything for that you need the listeners to know?
Yeah, I mean, I would just tell everybody stay tuned in. Instagram always BIY. Stay tuned in because we always working on some things. I'm planning on closing out the end of the year super strong with some fire product. Hopefully everything been fire to everybody so far. And I just appreciate everybody's support, man, to be honest with you.
Yeah, nah, I mean, and I genuinely appreciate you coming on the show, man. Like I said, like I've been saying it all episode, Nuke the Hooper, man. But to see this, to see and talk and learn this side of Nuke, you know, it's been motivating for me, not only just as like somebody doing a podcast, but also a father, a man, you know what I'm saying? Like all those good things. So I genuinely appreciate you coming on the show. We have one more this or that from our from our listeners. Gentleman or Playboy? I'm not 100% sure how we gonna roll with that,
Talking
but
about when you was in high school, I'm sure.
yeah,
I'm sure.
gotta be when you was in high school, man.
Yeah.
I say this. Compared to other people that was in the same position I was in, definitely a gentleman.
For sure.
Okay. I like
Definitely.
what you did.
Definitely. I don't think I got anybody that's mad at me about anything or nothing like that. So
Likewise, gentlemen. Hey, you got that, strippers? We gentlemen over here, man. That's what we call our listeners, bro. Our listeners are strippers. Newk. Everyone that listens to the show is a stripper.
About some Dallas stuff when you said that.
Hey, that was the time right there, man. Hey, I got some breakfast the next morning off that night. Like, hey, we was good, bro.
Boy,
That's what the time. Hey, you know that is what's up? Go ahead. You about to say something?
What?
No, I was just saying, like, being off the strength that, like, you know, you just became a dad, and then like we had your cousin, like, which you I don't know if you realize this, Fletch, but BW and Newk are cousins.
Didn't know that.
I forgot to put that out there. But yeah, I'm just like, man, we had his cousin on here a couple months ago. He was just became a dad, and now we got, you know, his cousin up here. But yeah, they're definitely cousins from the crib, man. So that's love.
Okay.
Now I was gonna say though, I want to shout out to my man. His name is Rob James. You probably know Rob.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Rob is somebody that behind the scenes plays a role in BIY as well. When my bread get crazy and we really take off, he gonna be the first. I don't even want to call him employee. He gonna be the first person that's getting a BIY check that don't have a last name Glasker or Thomas.
Nah, he definitely been holding you down. Like when I started promoting for you coming on, like he honestly even before that he was showing me love. Like, yo, this is fire. Like I really like he's always been supportive. He actually had a question I meant to bring up before you go. And I completely forgot. But what are some things that separate BIY from other streetwear brands? I think this is something that the people would definitely love to hear.
Yeah, this is a question too, because I think one thing that a lot of people don't know about BIY is I make everything from scratch. So like, if you see my shorts, my t-shirts, my hoodies, I'm not buying a blank and printing on it. I'm buying yards of fabric, getting patterns made, deciding how things fit. Like stuff fits the way I want it to fit. You know what I'm saying? So one thing about my brand, especially versus other small brands and people that are up and coming, like I build all my stuff from scratch. That's one. And two, just the level of storytelling. I honestly don't feel like there's a brand out there, period. I don't feel like there's a brand out there, period, that story tells the way that we do at BIY. Like, if you look at any garment, if you go to the page and look at any garment, there's a story behind it. It's a reason why this Bulls logo is worn and vintage looking and the Lakers logo is more prominent. It's a reason why, like, everything has a purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm, like battle rap and rappers that got super bars. So everything I create got bars and double entendres to it. And I don't feel like there's other brands that do that to that level. So the fact that I'm building stuff from scratch and giving it the fit of the people and what I know people need and want, low key, when I first started BIY, one thing for me was like, I feel like Virginia and the 757 generally is a little behind in fashion. Because when I was able to move from Virginia to Dallas to Chicago, and then come to Nike and see like just all these fashion people, Virginia is a little behind because these bigger cities, they just got more exposure. That's just how opportunities, more everything. So one thing I was like was somebody in Virginia, if they buy a BIY piece, they automatically gonna be in on fashion. Whether they know it or not, fits in the garments and the products that's fashion forward. So storytelling, building from scratch, knowing what the consumer want and what the wave is, that's something that I feel is our strength that we do better than any other brand, period.
Yeah. Period. Yeah, nah. Yeah, you definitely want, like, I thoroughly enjoy wearing garments that, like, before you even talk to me, like, you see what I'm wearing and you know the story behind what I'm wearing. So, and it creates a kind of like respect for that person when you go and like have a conversation. Like, yo, I know that T, I know what that means, or you know what I'm saying? I know those ones that you have on, I know what they mean, or whatever you're wearing, you know what I'm saying? So like for you, like, and I'm a big storyteller. I harp on storytelling. Like I like that part of fashion. I like that part of life. Like when you see it, like it like you gotta know to know. If you know, sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think I feel like that's what you kind of trying to say with DIY. Like if you know, if you read up, if you know, like, yeah. So I rock with it, man. I like that. I like that a lot.
Nah, for sure. I appreciate that, big dog. I got a question for y'all real quick before we wrap up.
All right, for sure, man. What's up?
So tell me your favorite brand. DIY can't be a choice. Tell me your favorite brand and why.
Go ahead, Fudge.
Okay, so before like this past like year and a half when I was like supporting Black business, like my homie that was just up here, I'm buying everything off of them. Like I just was on the page. I'm hitting DIY up soon. But before that, so I can be like realistic, it was Nike. Like if it wasn't Nike, if it didn't have a swoosh on it, I'm not wearing it. Like I don't ever put Adidas on, Reebok. I feel like it itch my skin. Why? Really? I don't know. Like it's not even that it feel good. It's just I feel like I look good in it. It don't even like it's the best with. I think it just when I got to check here, check on the socks and the shoes, whatever. I found an outlet for $100 that I ain't seen ever. That's why I buy Nike.
Nah, I feel you on that. For me, honestly, like I think anything that had a good fit on me, and like what's crazy is like the best fits came from like European brands. So I started shopping on ASOS maybe 5 years ago, and that kind of stuff has been fitting me like the absolute best. Everything I buy on there. So ASOS for one. I mean Nike, I kind of get that same vibe. Like it's just different when you throw on that swoosh. Like it's just a different vibe. And like I get it. Like Nike has done its job. Like what you just said, Fudge. Nike has done its job. You get what I'm saying? Like they did what they needed to do to gain a consumer. And but for me, Newk, I would probably say something like an ASOS or something more on the European side, just because of how it fits and how it looks on me. You know what I'm saying? Like I like that slim, tailored fit for the most part. Like H&M has it, but like you wash it one time, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Like you go down one size, like real talk. Like you go from a medium to a small if you wash anything H&M. And but Nike, like obviously it was what it was. And I worked for Nike at one point and I was there for the discount. Like honestly, they could have paid me in Nike cash because I was literally getting paid and going right back to Nike.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that swoosh account was like bad for business, bro. Like, like they got all my bread, bro. But yeah, like I would say something like an ASOS would probably like one of my favorite just because of like the fit and how it fit on me and like my style and my body type and you know the things that I was looking for.
Let me give Cal some flowers while we up here too. Cal was like maybe it was like 04, 05. So like early 2000s, heavy Dipset era.
Yeah, man, what a time.
We big Jabot jeans, we Mesquite, all that stuff, right? Cal was one of the first little people that I seen rocking like the slim American Eagle shirt with the slim jeans and the low top dunks. And I remember thinking like, oh, that's actually kind of fire. You know what I'm saying? And
okay.
I was wearing slim stuff, but Cal was one of the first like people in our era or like one of my first peers that I was like, oh, the slim fit is actually fire, dog. So yeah. I want to give Cal those flowers. That's one of the first people I ever seen do it.
Yeah, nah, it was that's always been me, bro. Like I you know, and it's crazy because I did live a life of the Jabot jeans, and it was just like it was short lived because like that ain't it. So I had to walk away from that one real quick, but yeah, man. Yo, we had a question. I think something I wish we would have thought of, but besides DIY, what's your favorite clothing brand? What brand inspires you? Ooh, Bootlegger had a question. That's a great question right there. Shout out to the Bootlegger.
I got a homie that got a brand. It's called God Bolt.
Mm-hmm.
His Instagram, I'm pretty sure it's the God Bolt. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but I like his brand a lot. I like Fear of God a lot, honestly. I feel like right now Jerry Lorenzo is somebody that he kind of pushed fashion. Like if Jerry Lorenzo says Speedos is fire, people gonna start wearing Speedos. So like I think Jerry and Fear of God is fire. I mean, regardless of how you feel about Kanye from a politician or whatever standpoint, I like Yeezy stuff. I like Pierre Moss a lot, to be honest with you. It's a brand called Rude, Rhude. I like
I've
Rude.
heard of it. Yeah.
Those are probably the main ones. I to be honest with you, I take pride in finding a lot of up and coming brands. So even those brands that I just named, they're not really up and coming. They're a little more established. I feel like these corporations, they do good things, but all of the fire really come from these little one-off people that ain't really got the resources to do what they want to do, and they finding crafty ways to create.
To get it out there, yeah.
I'm on Instagram looking for like that little brand that's doing something fire. Like I just Kobe short. A dude took a carpet, literally a carpet that had this big Kobe graphic on it, and made shorts out of this carpet. And they
wow.
Yeah, so I'm for those, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way, and that's my mindset when I get out there. Like I want somebody that's doing something completely different, and like that's how I felt like when I started doing like on my way to the podcast. Like I want to support Black brands that's like doing that something just completely off the chain, like off the strip, I should say.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to find a brand that's trying to do something like that, and like I'm on my way to the pod. Y'all should be too. So like I it's crazy. Like we thinking like in a similar wavelength when it comes to like fashion and stuff, because like I kind of agree with you in a way. Like these major brands is like just not. I'm just buying it because they're the major brand. You know what I'm saying? To the point where like I stopped and I was just like, yo, I'm only supporting like brand. Like I'm a firm believer. Like I don't know about you, Newk and Futch, but like I don't necessarily wear like sports jerseys or jerseys of players that like one I don't know who they are, or I can't really speak to them. Like that's not really. You know what I'm saying? My dad always like, yo, who? Like I remember one time he called me like, yo, whose jersey is that? I'm like, such and such. He was like, you know anything about him? I was like, nah. He's like, so why are you wearing his jersey? And I'm like, I like the colors. And he was like, at least be able to talk about this player. You know what I'm saying? So like now like when I buy jersey, when I like now I just apply that to everything. Like whatever I wear, like I'm able to speak to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just buying the shit because it's Polo or because it's Nike or because it's Ralph. Like I'm really trying to like be intentional with my purchases. So
I think Futch hit it on the head though. At the end of the day, everything that we purchase in general, clothes, whatever, like we paying for confidence. You know what I'm saying? But it's something that make me feel good. And that's kind of what I try to put in DIY. Like, if you wear this, are you gonna feel good? Like, is this a conversation starter? Is somebody gonna walk by you and be like, oh, that's like, what is that? That's fine. Like, I'm trying to provide that to people. And it's crazy because I've realized for some reason, a lot of people wear DIY on their birthdays. Like, it'll be birthday and they always got something DIY on. And it's valid because that's your most special day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say it's only one day, but there's at least one day where you really matter. And what you decide to wear on that day, that like it's a lot of glory and a lot of praise on whatever that outfit is. So I'm always humble people choosing to wear my stuff on their birthday.
No, that's a fact. I mean, I threw the DIY tee on when we closed on our house. So so I get that feeling, man. Like that validation means a lot, and it's crazy because we had that conversation earlier, Futch, about social media, and like it has its pluses, it has its ways of getting the job done. You know what I'm saying? Like this is one of them, like that validation, like knowing like, yo, you saw my product, you liked my product, and you took it upon yourself to share my product for your people to see. So like that's the gift to social media, I would say. But yeah, man, we can go on and on. We can go on and on, Newk, bro. Like it's like, we hit numbers, man. But bro, this has been great, man. I thoroughly, genuinely appreciate you pulling up. It's been a great episode. It's been a great conversation. Futch, you got anything else before we let my man go and let these followers? I bet we let these strippers go get their money.
Nevertheless, Newk, I appreciate you coming up here. I learned so much. He been telling me about DIY, but like for you to be here and give me that energy and tell me the story, I'm tapping in. So I appreciate you. I'm finally nice to meet you. We from 7-5, so you already know the love is there. Like I'm like, Newk, what's good? Oh, yeah. Follow me back, bro. I followed you. I just did.
Okay, I got you.
I bet.
For sure, man.
Dog, I got you for sure.
Hey man, appreciate you, Newk. Is anything you wanted to add before we got up out of here? If not, like I said, I love you, man. Appreciate you coming on today, bro.
Nah, we all good, man. I'm humbled. I appreciate y'all having me. I appreciate y'all having this platform, and what y'all do it's incredible. And keep being y'all, man. Keep uplifting your peers, and just keep being authentically who you both are, man.
For sure, bro. Hey, I appreciate you, Newk, man. You take care. We'll talk more offline about just the future as far as like putting the podcast up and making it available to your listeners, man. But we'll talk again.
For sure, man. All right, y'all.
All right, take
Have a
care.
good night.
All right.
Hey,
Yo. Hold on real quick.
Where did Calvin go? Hold on real quick. Hey, that was dope though. He Newk definitely dropped some stuff out. The way that he expressed DIY and just like the story behind it is more than just a t-shirt. Like I'm definitely tapping in. It makes you think about, like Calvin said, it makes you think about what I'm putting on. Recently I've been buying everything from the people that been on the show. I'm beginnings, pop, just to name a few. But DIY is now in my circle of picking up clothes for these trips and all the things that I do going forward. But like I was saying, Cal, I thought that's a great way to close out the Black businesses near you.
Yeah, man.
Quarter, because the first person was humble beginnings. Like everybody has a humble beginning. And then we go from a humble beginning to believe in yourself. Like the message behind both of these is like fire, amazing. I think that, you know what, you get the game ball. You definitely to a point where it was like that's how you close the game. Cal, when you who you get a ball to in the fourth quarter, Cal, you took the ball.
You gotta give me the ball, man. I took the ball, man. Hey, we gotta get this money, man. We got a W on the line. We're gonna get it done, man. Hey, that was I can't agree with you more, bro. Like between humble beginnings, because like you're right, every Black person for sure, and every minority around that have had some sort of humble beginning. So, that was great to have him on, to have Jahmil on, and then to have my man Newk on, and just to close out the Black Business Near You segment. I hope our strippers enjoyed it. This was great for us. We just really wanted to get out there and put our name out there, but also mix it up with some of our friends and family that are trying to be as great as us. So let's continue support. If there's somebody on there that you rock with, tap in, man. Show some support. Grab a tea. Get a tutoring session. If you need your taxes done, like whatever you got to do, man. But yeah, this is the Off the Strip Sports Podcast. Hey, we're gonna get back to our regularly scheduled programming. I want to say next week. I think we're gonna keep it rocking next week. We got another guest next week, but it's gonna be a good one, man. We're gonna take it back to the Jordan days, man. We got something lined up. Hey, just like Newk said, like when I make a drop, I got the next 2-3 drops lined up.
Y'all ready.
We did this month. We got the next 2, 3, 4 weeks lined up, ready to go. So like we tapped in, bro. Like we here. We're not going anywhere. Like we need this. Like we do this every Sunday for ourselves to make us better, and honestly, obviously to be there for y'all and make sure Leo pulls up sauced and he's about to go eat some chicken strips now apparently. So shout out to my man, shout out to my cousin Leo. But generally appreciate everybody pulling up. Shout out to Mother, like she's been showing support every day, every step of the way.
She ain't no cash about me today. She all right?
Yeah, she been locked in with the kids, making sure they've been on mute. Cause like I almost snuffed Johan the other couple minutes ago, but she been holding us down, man. She been holding us down in another way. She been our strength in another way.
Yeah,
where we lack. So shout out to Mother, shout out to the strippers, shout out to Newk, shout out to Always DIY, shout out to Humble Beginnings, shout out to everybody. Love is love. Yeah, we about to get up out of here. This is the Off the Strip Sports Podcast. We're gonna catch y'all next week. We got more content, more heat, more fire, more all of the above. Something you don't like about the show, let me know. Something you love about the show, let us know too. We're gonna lastly, merch. Merch is on the way. Merch is on the way. Let me write this down because I'm gonna make a video post about this at 1 hour and 59. Merch is on the way. We ended at 2 hours flat. Merch is on the way, so make sure you tapping into the pod and you see what we got putting out. You gonna say what's up to everybody before we get up out of here? We got somebody that wants to say hi.
What's up, Calvin?
Say your. Tell him what's up.
Who is it?
That's Dion.
Oh.
Say your.
I want to say hi to him.
Say it.
Hi.
Hi.
We got
How are
9
you?
seconds, baby. We gotta go. Hey, we out of here, baby. This is the Off the Strip Sports Podcast. Say peace, baby. Show me your peace sign.
Peace. She ain't.
Well, it's not called a pizza.